Hello everybody! Welcome to another Nicaragua video. Today, you're going to be learning how to find anything here in Managua. Believe it or not, everything exists here. A lot of people think, it's Nicaragua, you can't find stuff. Look, we're in the capital. We're in Managua. Everything exists here. It's just a matter of figuring out where, okay? It does exist, and I'm going to show you the mentality you need to find it, right? So let's get to it. What are we going to look for? Well, I like plants, as you can see, and I have been studying permaculture. And as part of this, there's lots of different types of plants that I want to learn about. One of which is vanilla. And here in Nicaragua, vanilla isn't a crop that you can buy. It's not a common crop here at all, even though it grows really well in Asia in a climate very similar to Nicaragua. So, how do I find vanilla? That means we need to be able to use the internet to find a person, and then we need to be able to text them and ask them for some help, and then we'll find our stuff, okay? So that's what we're gonna do in the rest of this video. Let's get onto the computer, and we're gonna find some vanilla. By the way, that's an aztequita, or a little rooster, a bantam, and he also was acquired this way. So there's lots of different things that you can acquire in Managua. Anything, really. Anything you can imagine, you can find it. Here we are on Facebook Marketplace. Now, the first step is to see, is it easy to find vanilla? So the Spanish word is vainilla, so vainilla. All right, so let's change this. They do sell the actual liquid itself, right? But what we're looking for is actual vanilla plants. And as you can see, there's a bunch of different plants, but nothing really shows up exactly about vanilla. There's this orchid selling. He says, hermoso orquídeas moredas. That means like beautiful orchids. We offer delivery. And this is actually, Ciudad Sandino is like the city next to Managua. So it's not that close. This is like 45 minutes away from where I am. But normally you can just get stuff delivered like on a motorcycle. But as you can see, it might be easy to just be like, okay, there's nothing on Facebook Marketplace. You can't find vanilla. But let's take a different approach. So what I did is I looked for plant sellers because I figured, well, if I can get in touch with a person who sells plants, they can probably find me what I want, which is things like vanilla, tea tree, tea plant, all sorts of sort of unusual things in Nicaragua. And so what I ended up doing, because I already found the vanilla, is this guy. So basically, see, these are ads, right? For a lot of different things that they sell. And I was like, okay, worth a shot. So you message them in Facebook Marketplace, and you're trying to talk to them on WhatsApp. And don't worry, if you don't know Spanish, just do this. Just use a translator and keep it really, really simple. So I would do something like, hello, I am looking for a vanilla plant. Could you help me? And then you might do this, just copy it, paste it, and send it to this guy. And then they're going to sort of give you their WhatsApp contact information. And from that point, they might help you find stuff. But you sort of need to motivate them a little bit. So what works really well is to find stuff they already have, sort of go to their store, buy a decent amount of it, like a good chunk of it, and then communicate with them that you're interested in finding things more in the future, because they're much more likely to help you out once they realize, well, you're a returning customer. You're not just some random person asking for questions. So that's how you find stuff. It's not just by looking on something like Facebook Marketplace. You have to look on Facebook Marketplace to find somebody who sells that category of thing you're looking for, and then from that point, you get in touch with them and use word of mouth to try and find what you actually want. And trust me, you can find anything in Managua. I've even found a specialist Korean grocery store with all Korean ingredients just ran out of someone's house. Like, everything exists here. It's just a matter of finding it. The right mentality is it exists. You just have to find it, okay? So, we got the contact information. I reached out to this guy, and then what happened? Well, let's see. And we are here at Sustratos Robles. And this is the place where he helped me find the vanilla plants. So I'll show you some of the cool things that they have. They've got lots of different plants. So you can see I was able to get all of these things. Oh, lots and lots of different plants. Lots of really beautiful flower plants. Some fruit trees. You can see the prices here. These kind of things are like 100 Cordoba, 160. And then most of these are like 30 to 50 Cordoba. It's a really, really cool place. Muchas gracias. And look at this. We just got back, paid the taxi guy 200 Cordoba to bring all these plants home. And all of these plants, including these 3 vanilla orchids, which are really hard to find and rare. They're not in that good health, but they're orchids, so I can probably heal them. They'll probably be okay. So yeah, this is vanilla. I think it's vanilla at least. We'll see. It shouldn't be in the dirt. See how it's in dirt? That's actually pretty bad. So I got to take it out of the dirt, put it inside some proper wooden fiber stuff as some peat moss, and then we'll see what goes on here. But the guy was really helpful. This is actually the whole reason I went to his store. And then I saw all of these things and I just went nuts. So I won't tell you the individual prices of this stuff, but I'll just kind of show you some of the plants. Basically, trees in Nicaragua, like saplings like these, right? That are for avocado or mango or anything like that. They'll be between 60 Cordoba and 160 Cordoba, kind of depending. You can find places that'll charge you a lot more. Like, I've had people try and charge me $20 per sapling for this same exact stuff. Whereas here, this is an avocado, this is mango rosa, that's another avocado. And I think each one of these was, what, 120 Cordoba? Yeah, it's like $3 or $4. And we have all sorts of really beautiful exotic plants here. Look at this. This was just 30 Cordoba or 40. It's like $1. Basically, each of these was $1 or like $1.50. And then here we have tropical versions of common spices. Like this, even though it looks all crazy, this is rosemary. Oh wait, not rose. No, lavender. That's right, yeah. This is lavender. So it doesn't have any flowers yet, but this is lavender. It smells like lavender. Then this one is rosemary, here. And then this one is sage. And my mind's so blown because I was looking for all kinds of plants and I just got a bunch of them for a great price. All of this stuff was $100, and including like a bunch of, this is peat moss basically, right? Good stuff. And here we are after the fact, and here's some of the plants from that guy I saw that, dude, he is going to town today, Jesus. Here are some of the plants that you saw. This is a couple weeks later, I think like 2 weeks later, and I've made a little sort of fragrant garden. So this is some jasmine, this is oregano, this is romero or rosemary. This is just a flowering plant that attracts bees. This is another flowering plant. This is another flowering plant. It may look like it's dead, but actually it has new growth at the bottom. Same with this one. So these will sort of spread, they make a flower, it dies, and then it spreads. So I'm trying to make sort of a little flower garden here. And then there's also some sage. Pretty cool, right? And then let's look at our vanilla plants. Oh, little rooster, you want to do that again? Huh? You want to do that again? So here are our vanilla, one of the vanilla plants. Vanilla is actually an orchid, so it doesn't grow in the ground. And I was able to get one vanilla plant. Then there's one here that's in sort of a darker area down there. And then there's another vanilla plant that's all the way over here with the cacao. Here we go. Right there. And this is the one that's in the most ideal circumstance. But this stuff takes forever. Like these will probably grow for like 4 years. And then maybe they'll be long enough to make some fruit. But it takes a really long time. But as you can see, this is a vanilla plant. You're not supposed to be able to find them. I obviously did. And that's it for this video. If there's anything else you want to learn about in Nicaragua, then comment below. I also offer consultations. They're $20 per 30-minute session, and I'm happy to prepare you for your trip in Nicaragua, reassure you if you need anything, or answer any other questions that you may have that I haven't talked about in one of these videos. Stay tuned for more, and comment below with what you want me to make a video about, and when I have some time, I'll get around to it. See you next time.